Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Happy pre-Friday. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2026. And as always, before we jump into our MLB best bets today, I have to let you guys know, video is completely powered by Split Labs because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use as sports bettors ourselves. We're going to walk through some public betting splits, some line movement, and some market signals across the MLB today. If you want to see what the crowd is doing, where the line is going, and what the market is hinting at, it's what we do every single day. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, hang out with us Monday through Friday. And if you want access to everything that you'll see here on today's dashboard, head over to the link in the description, splitlabs.net. Promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month. You get access to everything that you'll see here on the site for every single game, which is fantastic, every single league that we offer, and our beautiful new dashboard. So why not? With that being said, let's jump into today's slate. We got some early games, so I want to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys. Let's start with the game that we got on our board right here. Let's do Nationals versus the Pirates. Atlanta Nationals coming into Pittsburgh. We've got a lot of money coming on the Pirates. I don't know if that's too much of a, surprise, right? Pittsburgh's been the better team. They've been hot. They've got a fantastic pitching staff. 73% of bets, 96% of money on Pittsburgh -1.5. One thing to note, Washington's spread opened at a -156. It moved to a -160, so definitely something worth noting. Same thing with the money line. It's currently at a pick'em, which is actually pretty surprising given that the Pittsburgh Pirates are in a significantly better spot than, I can't say significantly, but clearly they're the better team right now. The public, at least right now, it's really early, is currently looking at a pick'em. There's a lot more money, so people are feeling more confident on the Pirates right now, but the line is trending towards the Nationals. So the books are respecting, which is interesting because they have no reason to right now. They're respecting the Nationals bets more often, so it's definitely something worth noting. And then looking at the total, we've got over 8.5 taking in 73% of bets, 80% of money. Total has not changed. I don't know if that's too much of a concern. We can look at the weather really quickly and kind of see what the read is on that. The books are clearly not respecting it, so it just looking at nothing else, and no line movement. It makes me feel like the books are kind of trying to get you to continue chasing that over when it goes under. Let's take a quick look at the bullpen really quickly. Honestly, just on the topic of weather, I want to talk about it because these weather conditions, they play in favor of what you would think is an over game. So that makes sense to me on why the public is heavily there. Split Labs projecting 9.1, which is, it's really close, right? It's not like we've got some significant edge here. I think the books have found a number that they really enjoy, and clearly they don't have any issues taking it. It's killing me inside not to be immature there. But anyway, the weather conditions support the over bet. I get why the public is liking it, but just looking at the pitching advantages and the bullpens, we've got some pretty good starting pitchers on the mound, both coming in with 3 starts on the season. Both, they do their job. They go 5 innings at a minimum, which is always fantastic in today's league. 1.76 ERA in your last 3 starts for Griffin, and then for Ashcraft, 2.12 ERA. Fantastic. And then you got to get into these bullpens, and we've got a really good set of arms available on both sides. Obviously, Pittsburgh's bullpen is edging this out and winning it just because they have a lower ERA recently. But hey, I see no reason for why they can't hold this. Maybe it's just me being biased and the quick read that I got here on the books not respecting this over 8.5. I'm gonna go with the under 8.5 here, and I'm actually gonna look at a quick player prop just to kind of take some reads on the pitchers. I feel like it's gonna be a pitcher duel. This is definitely a matchup that I'd feel comfortable playing, like a Nerfy, something like that. Let me get a quick look at what the pricing would be for a Nerfy on my book right now. Give me a sec here while we pull up the first game of the day. I love it. I love a good noon game, right? Who doesn't love that? All right, anyone under 0.5. Giving it, it's currently at a pick'em, which always scares me a little bit, but it's currently -120. I like it. I think we got some really good pitcher matchups here. I'm trending towards the under. Give me that. Braxton Ashcraft. What do we have here? You've been really solid in your last few starts. First opponent, we don't have any data since 2023, which is okay. Let's take a look at Foster Griffin. Anything for the opponent? Nothing there as well. So, I mean, these pitchers, the teams aren't really familiar with them, which is not, I feel like that plays in our favor. I'm really shocked at this line here, though, to be honest. At a 5.5, you're getting it for plus 154. The under, currently at an under, plus 155. That's pretty interesting. I just keep talking with the opponent, even though we don't have anything. I do think this line is oddly high for somebody that hasn't hit this. So it makes you think maybe it does go over. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm still going to stick with my under read. Maybe they're hitting the ball and just not putting in runs. It scares me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, Braxton. It scares me a little bit. Why are the books pricing you at a 5.5 hits allowed? Why are we doing that? Let's talk about earned runs here. 3.5. I could do Foster Griffin. He's been pretty solid throughout the season. Giving a minus 130 on earned runs. Give me the under 3.5 earned runs here for Foster Griffin, minus 130. I like that read just because I have it being a lower scoring game. Maybe it's a lower scoring game just for the Pirates, honestly. But I like my chances here. So that's going to be our player prop on the day there for the Nationals versus the Pirates. Let's take a look at another game here. What do we have? The Royals and the Tigers, I feel like I've been covering a lot, and I just feel like I need to stop covering them, to be honest. I want to keep it in the family of an early slate. Let's do another early slate game. Let's look at the Giants versus the Reds. Giants got destroyed yesterday. They're always a really hard team for me to back, if I'm being completely honest. They're 6-12. I just never feel like they can hit the ball. They just can't put up runs, and I don't know what to do with that. 62% of bets, 67% of money on San Francisco Giants. Or sorry, on the Cincinnati Reds. What am I talking about? It's really early in the morning, apparently. 8:37 is still really early, I guess. Cincinnati Reds minus 1.5, taking in 62% of bets, 67% of money. Line movement is trending towards the Reds, which is a positive sign if you're backing them. Same thing with the money line, 70% of bets, 79% of money on Cincinnati minus 130. I want to say out loud that I do think it's a little bit of concern that they're only minus 130. But yesterday I said the same thing. And personally, I took the Giants yesterday. Terrible, terrible read. They're just such a bad ball club. I love you, Rafi. I'm sorry, but like terrible, terrible team. 77% of bets, 78% of money on under 8. And it's trending towards the under, which is positive. The books are definitely aligning to that. The only thing concerning me is like back-to-back unders. A little frightening. Let's take a look at the weather. Weather is kind of favoring, the thought process of an over again. So like, and we're projecting an 8.9 over here at Split Lab. So like that does help. It went way over yesterday. Do I expect to see some type of regression? Yeah, a little bit, but also let's take a look at the starts. We've got two pitchers coming in with a evenly matched ERA. Corbin Burns, 3.24 ERA coming in with the Giants, 3.31 coming in with the Reds. And then on the bullpens, the Reds have the bullpen advantage right now, some healthier arms, even from what they used yesterday. They're relying on their bullpens just a little bit more. The Giants bullpen has not been fantastic, and the arms that we do have like readily available are relatively limited. So I do see some runs coming in here. It's just the fact that do I think the Giants can actually contribute to an over? Do I? Not really. Like they just haven't proven it this season, and it's really hard to back them. To be honest, I don't have a solid read on this game. I do think that it really is just such an evenly matched game here. Honestly, don't have a read. I'm sorry, guys. There's just no read here. Looks like there's some rain coming in, possibly a little bit around 3, but the game should be, relatively nearing the end of its time. So not expecting any pitcher, weirdness going on there and stuff like that. I don't have a read on this game. I think if you were, the easy read here is just the Reds. They're the better team, but like if I'm saying the Nationals are going to be the upset of the morning, realistically speaking, I should just be able to take the Reds confidently. My only concern here is where is the advantage in the first 5? Pretty even right now. The only thing is after when the bullpens come in, then the Reds have the significant advantage. So like, can they keep it close within the first 5 to not let the Giants get a run first? They haven't been able to hit the ball. I'm gonna go maybe just Reds first 5. If the Giants somehow win this game, I do think it's worth noting that the Giants are currently priced at a plus or a minus 205. So like, you can't back their run line. You're being forced. All right, guys, I have to take the Giants. I'm sorry. I spent all that time talking about it and I have to take the Giants. We're gonna take the Giants. Take the Giants straight up on the money line. I hate that for me. But that's going to be the read here. The books are pricing us out on taking a Giants run line at a minus 205. That's always a read that I just lean really heavily into when the books try to force your hand. Give me that. If the Giants win, I don't have it being a slugfest. Give me the under 8.5. I have that still available on my book at a minus 120. Gonna lean into that. All right, one more on the board here. These Mariners versus these Padres. What a disgusting game yesterday. The Mariners had no reason to choke that loss. I feel terrible for them, but I also think this is a really good bounce back opportunity. The Padres are coming in here with plus money. I think people are obviously jumping all over that just given how the last 2 matches ended, especially yesterday. How do you stomach backing the Mariners here? For that reason alone, without even going into the data here, I'm letting you guys know right now I'm backing Mariners money line at a minus 120. The numbers support it currently as it stands. 33% of bets, 77% of money on the Seattle Mariners minus 1.5. Lines moving in favor of Seattle Mariners, so it's respecting the money, which is a positive. The concern here, which is also why I like the Mariners, 55% of bets, 78% of money on San Diego Padres. That's not a surprise. They're 12-6. They destroyed them yesterday. It was absolutely disgusting and just unbelievable. Who wants to back the Mariners? This is kind of that give and take that the books do and how they feed you and then take it away and keep you coming back consistently. Give me the Mariners money line straight up. 75% of bets, 84% of money on the over 8.5. Was at a plus 100 on the open. Moved in favor of the minus 102 for the open. So it could be an over again, but I'm not going to push my hand here. I'm already taking a team that is incredibly concerning. The starting pitchers, it supports it being a slugfest. Having the Mariners in a slugfest is just terrifying as is. The weather, not too crazy, not too much boost coming in on the field, which is okay, not too concerning there. And then we got the starting pitchers' ERAs coming in. We got Buehler, we got Castillo, 6.92 ERA, 4.97 ERA, so not fantastic. And both of them aren't going deep. So we're getting into these bullpens and we do have some really healthy arms, but it's just how much do you really want to stress these bullpens out, things like that. Give me my only read here. I'm not going to push my chances. Seattle Mariners money line straight up, and we're going to call it a day there. We can get them at a minus 120, so that'll be my read. With that being said, those are my best bets for today, guys. As always, if this video helped you in any capacity, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, drop in the comments what your best bets are, whether you're tailing or fading mine. And if you want access to everything that you saw here on today's slate, head over to the link in the description and the pinned comment, splitlabs.net. Promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month to access everything that you saw me use today to land mine. With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.